Have you ever wondered how other 3D artists create such high quality dinosaur models? How did they manage to create those amazingly detailed scales so that they look this good? Is it possible to even achieve this with Blender? The answer is yes. I've sculpted over 60 dinosaur models and I know what it takes to start from zero. So let me show you how to create your own reusable brushes that you can use among many of your scaly dinosaur models. Let's begin. Okay, so first thing that we gotta do is install a free add-on from Blender app, I think, or from Blender extensions. Don't download it from anywhere else because you never know. Okay, let's let it load. Okay, and here what you wanna do is make sure that your Blender is newer than 4.3. I use the newest of 5.0. And let's just press get on and then drag and drop into Blender as it says. You just wait a second. And yeah, it's already installed because I have it installed, but for you, it should install. And let's open the N panel. And then in Tool, you should have this drop down menu. And if it doesn't show up, you go to Preferences, Add-ons, you look up VDM, and make sure that you have this open. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is obviously delete everything and create sculpting plane. So this is where we're gonna create the brush on this plane. But another thing that we need to do to set up the scene properly and everything else is to, in the view, let's change the focal length to 100. It is the objectively the best focal length for sculpting. And let's just use some matcap. I don't know. I have a bunch of these. I have downloaded them for free. If you look up in the internet, you will find something nice, but you can also use this one. I will use this one. Okay. And now if you want to reuse these, if you want to create an asset library, you go to your desktop or whatever you want to create that library. I'm going to do it on desktop for the sake of clarity. Let's call it whatever you want to call the asset library for this sake of the video is going to be called my scales. Okay, let's go inside and let's create a new folder which is going to be called uh, thumbnails because you want to know what brush you're choosing. And let's close it. And in the blend file, let's save it inside of that my scales folder and let's call it also my scales. Okay, there we go. And one more thing here in file, let's go external data and automatically pack resources. No new files have been packed simply because we didn't have created any VDM brushes. But what it does, it basically uh, extracts some files like data, like maybe brush, so that is a separate entity from the Blender file, basically. So that's what you want to do because we want to reuse this scale. Okay, now let's choose our reference. I decided to go with this Komodo dragon, and what we're gonna do is create these scales on the lips. Yeah, it's pretty interesting that lizards have such interesting structure, like everything has an order. I mean, that's pretty crazy. So we're gonna recreate this shape right here. Okay, I'm using mouse. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So six edged scale. Okay, so let's go to sculpt mode. Now we're just gonna focus on the shape. So let's mask this area. Let's turn on Y symmetry and Shift S to have stroke stabilization. Let's start from here. Okay, something like that. Let's connect from here. Okay, now we can erase this with Control. Now we can turn off symmetry because yeah, if it's too symmetrical, it's gonna feel a bit odd basically. And let's fill the area inside. So make sure that there are no unmasked areas inside. Okay, this looks pretty good, but we can erase some areas if we want to make them sharper or something. It isn't supposed to be perfect because nothing in nature is strictly perfect. Okay, that looks decent. Now let's invert mask. Let's, if you hold A, you have this menu that you can do a lot of things with mask. So let's smooth it view like 4 times perhaps. And now we're gonna choose mesh filter, and it basically adds a filter to the whole mesh. And by default, it's set to inflate, and so let's go with inflate. And if you go to right, it's gonna pull the geometry out. Okay, that looks pretty good. Another thing that I like to do is, I believe, sharpen. Yeah, we can sharpen it a little bit. That looks good. Okay, now we wanna have some variation. So let's shift the D, duplicate, and duplicate once more. And now let's create some like diversity for this one. I'm gonna use some alphas. So I have this alpha brush which is set to stroke. Its stroke is set to unchord. So I'm gonna choose some alpha. I have downloaded rock alphas from Flip Normals for free. I'm gonna link it in the description. So there we go. Right here, I'm gonna use maybe this one. Okay, and then let's turn down the strength and let's stack some of these. Maybe let's pick another alpha. Maybe this one. Okay, and let's smooth it out because there are some like chipped away areas on this, but it's not like super bumpy. It is quite bumpy, so we can actually scrape this with flatten contrast brush just a bit. Okay, and this is good. Now let's Alt Q switch to this one. And let's also create some variation. Okay, maybe another alpha. And this is nothing too crazy difficult. Let's move this as well. Okay, and the last one. Let's also stack some alphas on top. Okay, there we go. So it gets variation now. And okay, now we got some variation. What I'm gonna do is N panel. Let's open the N panel, and in Tool we can render and create a new VDM brush. Let's call it Modo 1. Let's say. And now I'm gonna click render and create VDM brush. It should be done very quickly. Let's do the same for this one. So Komodo 2 and Komodo 3. Okay. And now if you notice, if you go to File Explorer and open that location where you basically have the library that we have set up in the beginning. Okay, my scales. And then automatically you should have this output VDM, and here you have the like the data, image data about the VDMs. Because if you say you want to reuse these brushes, it's simply impossible because they are right now they are just tied to this file, which is pretty sad, unfortunately. But okay, now I'm gonna show you how to create a custom asset library. So now let's first go to Edit, Preferences, and File Paths. Here we're gonna press the plus icon, and yes, choose this My Scales folder. So asset library, perfect. Back, okay. And let's save preferences and close this. And now let's go to sculpt mode. Why is everything gone? This is a very good question. Okay, okay, that was very weird. It never happened to me. It took a while to load, basically. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is find the draw brush. Okay, and let's duplicate this asset. And let's call it Komodo Komodo 1 library, of course, my scale, so the new library. Then in the catalog, so basically what catalog is this part like brushes is catalog, general is catalog. So we're gonna create a new one and we are also gonna call it my scales. Let's press this and save. And as you can see, bam, we got this Komodo 1 brush. But now it's just a simple draw brush. So now let's play around a bit with settings. So maybe let's start with loading the texture image. So let's go to new, open, and then here in output VDMs, I told you this is where the VDMs got saved. Let's select Komodo VDM, and now nothing is happening. What is up? The reason is very simple because here in the tool settings, let's go to texture. You need to check this vector displacement because basically now it reads it it expects some black and white image, so height image like an alpha, but we have a not vector displacement, and now it kind of works. It's like creating a very weird effect. We do not want that, so we'll go to stroke and we'll change it to anchored, and now we got a working uh, VDM. So let's increase its strength to 1.0, and that actually works pretty well. Okay, and now let's uh, rinse and repeat. Let's duplicate asset. Let's call it Komodo 2. Let's duplicate it. And let's call it Komodo 3. Now all it's gonna change is basically creating. It is gonna be the creation of a new texture. So we can actually call this one Komodo 2. It's gonna be Komodo 1. And this is gonna be Komodo 3. Okay, there we go. Now in Komodo 2, let's open and let's grab the Komodo 2. Same goes for this one. Close this and open Komodo 3. And now we got everything working as to be expected. We got this, we got this, and we got this. There is some variation. Pretty good. Looks nice. And so on. But it still has the weird draw brush icon. If you will say you have a bunch of VDMs, by the way, if you want to check out my VDM pack, it's in the description. I have 46 VDM brushes that I use regularly in my projects. It's not really expensive. I think it's really worth it if you are into sculpting dinos or any scale creatures, as a matter of fact. Okay, but we want to know what the heck is happening here. So we are gonna create thumbnails because that's why we created the thumbnail folder in the beginning. So let's go to Shift A, camera, and let's change its type to orthographic. And let's change the resolution to 600 by 600 because this is the resolution of the thumbnail. Okay, if we go to numpad 0, we don't see what is happening. Okay, what's the issue? The issue is that the camera is too low. Okay, now let's see. And now it's just a matter of the scale. So let's scale it this perhaps. Maybe we can change the matcap. Let's see. Yep, that works pretty well. Okay, let's maybe stick with this one. Now what we're gonna do is hide the overlays. And here in view, you have this render viewport preview. You click it and you almost immediately get the result. Okay, this is pretty good actually. And let's save as. Let's go to thumbnails and let's call it Komodo 1. Save image. Okay, another important thing, if you want to see the results, let's go to sculpt mode. You want to actually save changes. This is a very good habit because if you, let's say your render crashes and you didn't save the results, well, you know what's gonna happen. Okay, let's edit preview image. Let's pick this thumbnail, Commodore 1, bam, and we got the scale right here. Save changes to asset. And now we will be less lost about what is happening. What the heck happened? Okay, the mask was on. Okay, yeah. And I guess that works well. And now let's maybe go to this and let's move it up and let's move this here. Just let it be relatively in the center. If you want to be really precise, you can shift S, selection to cursor, and now it's in the middle. So remember to hide the overlays, view, render viewport preview, image, save as, let's call it Commodore 2. It just rinse and repeat as many times as you want to do it. Okay, let's move it maybe here. This Shift S, selection to cursor, and view, render viewport preview, image, save as, Commodore 3. Save as image. Okay. And bam, that's pretty much it. Now we just change these preview images to always remember to save changes. I'm going really fast because I have recorded this video yesterday. Save changes to asset. Okay. And now let's say you have a model like I do. Now we have this Carcharodontosaurus model, let's say. We go to sculpt mode. Okay, let's turn on the or maybe not. And you see this library, this asset library got saved, and now we can start putting these scales. Obviously, if I want to be more detailed, I will add more geometry, but for the sake of this video, I will not do it. And yeah, let's say you didn't like what you created and like, ugh, I cannot look at this anymore. Let's go to file paths, my scales. You basically press minus, you save changes, and now you still have these. Okay, what the heck? We reopen this, don't save changes. When you go here, there's basically a duplicate of the whole, all of the brushes, and this is very weird. This is very simple how to get rid of it. Let's select any category, turn it off, turn it on, and that catalog is gone. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, so if that video helped you, consider subscribing. It really helps out a lot. And if you wanna, you can check out my other video. See ya, bye.